it's tough to describe the feeling because you don't know what to think. Your head is everywhere. Sometimes I win, and those moments I don't know what's coming into my head. And, okay, sometimes I do stupid things or whatever, but it's I don't know. I don't even think anymore. So.
Bowman's done it. He's done it! Ramy Shaw has come back from the dead to steal this World Championship. Well, the French general has finally done it. Farag's become World Champion.
El Shabini, she is the NASA PSA Women's World Champion.
Is crowned champion of the world. Mohamed El Shabagi's done it. Marwan running out of juice at the end there.
David's done it.
She's done it! Laura Mazzaro. Third World Championship title in his own.
For me, it was a bit of a relief because I lost like a couple of finals and some close ones as well. After my first one was 2006 and I won in 2015, so almost 10 years after. So that was a huge relief, and especially I had in some finals before I had like match balls, so it was tough, to digest, those kind of things. And winning in Seattle was like just amazing feeling. It's like, if you carry like a heavy bag on your shoulder for a while, and suddenly it goes away, and you feel like you feel free again. Coming to Seattle, I was actually feeling good. I was the only thing that was bothering me is I got a little sick just before playing the first round, and luckily I had people to treat me when I was there, and was not playing my best as I was struggling to breathe, but as I was moving pretty well, I could do good in the earlier rounds, and then the sickness started to go away slowly, and I was better by the end of the event. But I would say I didn't play my best squash when I was there, but I was like fully motivated and to win, and so mentally I was prepared to. And with all those losses I had in the past, I had like the experience, of course, to deal better for this kind of tournament. It was maybe I had too much pressure playing this event. I expected too much of myself. I mean, since I was a kid, and maybe it added an extra pressure because I was winning any kind of events and I was struggling just for this World Championship. So I had to do a lot of work mentally to maybe deal better and face maybe this little extra stress that make me forget about what was it all about and just play squash,
And a couple of days before the event started, there were those awful terror attacks in France.
That actually happened like 1 or 2 days before, and it was a pretty big shock for everyone. I remember we did minutes of silence before playing my first match with Lucas Herm, actually. So it was pretty strange and not easy actually. And that was terrifying for the country, but also for the whole world at that time, because there was attacks, going everywhere afterwards, and so it was a strange feeling, to be fair. Actually, I was pretty emotional after the match, when I remember I think it was Paul Walters who gave me an interview, and it was kind of tough to answer, to answer.
Ali Farag. Obviously, he's the world #1 now, but back then he was kind of coming up the rankings. And if memory serves, I think I recall you helping him off court due to whether it was cramp or injury. How much of a turning point was that for you to be able to come through such a difficult match?
Yeah, actually, I was still struggling, when I was playing him, and to breathe properly. And when the match got after a game or two, I started it started to open up my lungs, and towards the end, he had like some cramps coming in the fifth game. I remember I was 2-1 down, and it was a long games. I lost like a crucial tie break in the third, but that managed to start strong in the fourth, and this is where he got tired and got some cramps. So I won the fifth game. I mean, he could barely move. So yeah, pretty relieved with that match. He was coming, he started to come up in the ranking, and those kids, they have no fear, and they could beat anybody. You can see now with what happened in World Series finals. And those young kids, they just play, they have fun, they don't really care who they're playing, so they don't really looks like, yeah, they have no stress, and you kind of, you have to deal with the situation, and find a way to win, because they're pretty dangerous as well, they're skillful. So yeah, I managed to dig in, and found a solution until the end. And yeah, he was struggling, he couldn't walk, so yeah, just helped him to stand up again. Yeah, it was kind of tough for him, but yeah, it was actually this match helped me to play better afterwards in the semifinal. So yeah, it was kind of strange because all the World Open I played before, there was always Mohamed in the semis, or Nick or Rami, and so yeah, that was then. Shorbagi was the top seed, so he was the favorite in this tournament, and suddenly I became the favorite, but I didn't really put more pressure into myself. After I won the quarterfinals, I actually started to feel better. The next day in my practice, and started to. That was the end also of like the issues I had with sickness too. I remember I had someone, I had my physio there, but also had someone who helped me with doing some acupuncture that helped me uh, with my lungs, and I just felt okay, and I managed to, with, as I said before, with all the experience I lived before, I managed to stay in my bubble, not think about who I was gonna face really, and just focus on my game, and that really helped me to win.
Yeah, that match point was it's just a relief, especially the third game. Like the first two games, the score was okay, but in the third game I was like 7-3 up, and I thought it was close to the end, and suddenly he comes back, and I find myself 10-8 down, or 10-9 down, I don't remember, 10-8 maybe. Got a game ball against me, and I'm like, oh my god! And then this is where I managed to. One friend of mine told me the day before, like, just look at the ball and put your focus and your energy only into the ball, and this is what I thought about, to be fair, at this crucial time. And then winning, of course, was a huge relief, after what I lived the past 10 years, always losing in finals or semi-finals. That was always not easy and tough, and I was always thinking, am I going to make it or somehow or not? and yeah, pure relief, and it was nice to celebrate afterwards with my team, my friends, and yeah. Unfortunately, I can't bring all my family, everybody, but that would have been nice to celebrate with everybody. But yeah, and I received like tons and tons of messages, through I don't know, like text, or I remember at that time Facebook, and it was crazy. So it took me a week to try to answer everybody after. Yeah, it was for a week maybe. I really struggled to sleep afterwards. I didn't have like one good night. It was unbelievable. Yeah.